Today we're looking at apples, a fruit that might seem ordinary, but offers meaningful benefits for gout management through mechanisms that go beyond direct uric acid reduction. Apples don't get the same attention as cherries in gout discussions, and that's understandable. They don't have dramatic anthocyanin content. They're not the top vitamin C source. But what apples offer is something more subtle and perhaps more fundamental: metabolic support through soluble fiber. Let's talk about pectin. Apples are rich in pectin, a type of soluble fiber that supports gut health and metabolic control. Here's why that matters for gout. Gout isn't just about uric acid in isolation. It's part of a broader metabolic picture. Many people with gout also deal with insulin resistance, obesity, high blood pressure, and elevated cholesterol. These conditions are interconnected. Pectin helps regulate blood sugar by slowing the absorption of carbohydrates. It supports healthy cholesterol levels by binding to bile acids. It feeds beneficial gut bacteria, which influence inflammation throughout your body. These effects are indirect for gout, but they're meaningful. By improving your overall metabolic health, you create conditions where uric acid is easier to control. The purine content of apples is very low. That's table stakes for gout-friendly foods, but it's worth confirming. You can eat apples freely without concern about triggering uric acid increases. They're a safe snack option, which is valuable when you're navigating dietary restrictions. Apples also contain various antioxidants, particularly in the peel. Quercetin is one notable compound found in apple skins. It has anti-inflammatory properties that can help reduce oxidative stress associated with gout. While the concentration isn't as high as in some other foods, every bit of anti-inflammatory support helps when you're dealing with a chronic inflammatory condition. The hydration factor is worth mentioning. Apples are about 85% water. While they're not a replacement for drinking actual water, they contribute to your daily fluid intake. For gout patients, staying well hydrated is crucial for diluting uric acid and supporting kidney function. Foods with high water content, like apples, help with that goal. Now, let's address practicality, because this is where apples really shine. They're available year-round in most places. They're affordable. They keep well at room temperature or in the refrigerator. They require no preparation, just rinse and eat. They're portable for lunches or snacks. This convenience factor might seem trivial, but for managing a chronic condition long-term, convenience matters immensely. The variety of apple types available means you can find one that suits your taste preference. Some people like sweet apples like Fuji or Gala. Others prefer tart varieties like Granny Smith. The nutritional differences between varieties are minor enough that you should choose based on what you'll actually eat consistently. One point about preparation: eat the peel when possible. That's where much of the fiber and many of the antioxidants reside. Obviously, wash apples thoroughly first and consider organic varieties if you're concerned about pesticide residues. But don't peel away the benefits unnecessarily. Apple portions are straightforward. 1 to 2 medium apples per day is perfectly reasonable. Some people eat more, and that's generally fine, though eating excessive amounts of any fruit can contribute to overall sugar intake. Balance is key. Let's be realistic about limitations. Apples aren't going to dramatically lower your uric acid levels the way some interventions might. They're not as potent as cherries for direct anti-inflammatory effects. They're not as concentrated a vitamin C source as citrus fruits. What apples offer is solid, steady metabolic support without any downsides. Think of apples as a foundational food rather than a therapeutic superstar. They're the reliable team player that does their job consistently without fanfare. In a gout-friendly diet, you need those foods alongside the more dramatic interventions. One caution: apple juice suffers from the same problem as orange juice. It concentrates the sugar while removing the fiber. Apple juice can contribute to fructose intake that raises uric acid. Stick to whole apples. If you want apple flavor in a drink, try infusing water with apple slices. Here's an interesting angle. Apples' effect on satiety and weight management could be their most underrated benefit for gout patients. The fiber and water content help you feel full. For people who need to lose weight as part of their gout management strategy, and many do, having low-calorie, filling, nutritious snack options is invaluable. An apple can satisfy hunger and cravings without derailing your calorie goals. In conclusion, apples are a sensible, practical addition to a gout-friendly diet. They support metabolic health through fiber. They provide antioxidants that combat inflammation. They're low in purines and high in convenience. They won't cure your gout, but they can be part of the dietary foundation that helps you manage it effectively. Apples are exactly what smart, sustainable dietary management looks like: simple, accessible, consistently beneficial. That's worth appreciating. Thanks for listening.